You think the expansion of the universe is galaxies rapidly fleeing through space. Wrong, it's not the galaxies that are fundamentally expanding, but space itself growing wildly. In the blink of an eye, an invisible ghostly force is crazily proliferating in every corner of your room. So scientists call this thing dark energy. It's like a malignant tumor in the universe, occupying 70% of the universe. Yet no one knows what it really is. Its sole purpose is to expand space more and more until everything is torn apart. For now, it's still gentle, just pushing galaxies further and further apart. But if this script continues, one day, billions of years from now, this force will completely go out of control. By then, not only will the solar system fall apart, but even the Earth will be forcibly torn into pieces. The most terrifying part is that this force will eventually descend upon you, tearing apart every atom in your body. Time will come to a complete halt, and everything will return to nothingness. This is the most nightmarish endgame in the field of physics, the Big Rip. Doesn't this sound like a cheesy sci-fi horror story? But I have to tell you a harsh truth. Every word of this story is based on countless astronomers' overwhelming observational data. We once thought the universe was eternally static, like a huge room with furniture neatly arranged. Until 1929, when a man named Hubble pointed his telescope at the starry sky. He was shocked. He discovered that all the galaxies were fleeing, desperately moving away from Earth. And the farther they were, the faster they moved. This is the expansion of the universe. But if it's just expansion, it's not that hopeless, because according to common sense, there are so many galaxies in the universe and there is a huge gravitational force between them. This gravitational force should act like a brake, gradually slowing down the speed of expansion and eventually pulling everything back together. It's like when you throw a stone into the sky, it will eventually fall back down. Everyone thought this was the inevitable conclusion until 1998, when two groups of astronomers aiming to measure this deceleration process observed a batch of distant supernova. The moment the data came out, the entire edifice of the physics community nearly collapsed. The stone did not fall. Instead, it accelerated into space as if equipped with rocket booster. The expansion of the universe has not slowed down. It is accelerating. This discovery directly overturned human understanding, as if you stepped on the brake, but instead of stopping, the car accelerated to 300 kilometers per hour. Who is stepping on the gas? Who is pushing the universe towards destruction? Scientists cannot find the source, so they can only give this invisible culprit a name: dark energy. It is right beside you in every inch of air you are breathing at this very moment, and this energy is hidden in every cubic meter of vacuum. The most terrifying part is that as the universe expands and space grows, dark energy not only does not get diluted, but instead increases out of nowhere. The more space there is, the more dark energy there is, and the more dark energy there is, the stronger the repulsive force, making the space even larger. This is a vicious cycle, a crazy roller coaster that, once started, cannot be stopped. You might think, what does this have to do with me? After all, the sun still has 5 billion years before it burns out. Completely wrong. The consequences of cosmic expansion are 10,000 times more despairing than the sun burning out, because the speed of light has a limit, while the speed of space expansion can exceed the speed of light. This sounds like it violates relativity, right? Einstein said that the movement of matter cannot exceed the speed of light, but he didn't say that space itself cannot. This leads to an extremely terrifying phenomenon. The universe is continuously shrinking. Imagine you are racing with a friend and he runs faster than you. If he runs faster than light, the light you emit will never catch up to him and you will never see him again. The current universe is like this. Those distant galaxies are moving away from us at superluminal speeds. The light they emit is like running on a reverse treadmill. No matter how hard they try, they can't reach Earth. This means that every second, countless stars completely disappear from our view, erased by the universe, like files being permanently removed from a computer. If dark energy continues to rage like this, in billions of years, our galaxy will become a true island. If humans are still alive then, when they look up at the sky, they will see no stars outside the Milky Way, and their telescopes will show only a dead, silent darkness. They will think the entire universe is only as big as the Milky Way, and they will feel like they are lonely creators. They will never know how brilliant the starry sky once was, how lively the universe used to be. They are prisoners locked in the cage of time, without even the thought of escaping, because beyond the walls is absolute nothingness. But that's not the worst part. The Big Rip I mentioned earlier is the true hell mode. Some scientists calculate that if the density of dark energy increases even slightly over time, the end of the universe will not be simple loneliness, but violent destruction. Let's fast forward to 600 million years before the end of the universe, when the gravity of the Milky Way can no longer withstand the pull of dark energy and begins to disintegrate, with stars being flung into the dark abyss like scattered marbles. We will no longer see that beautiful bright band of the Milky Way in the night sky. 3 months to count down, the solar system lost its grip, and Earth was stripped from its orbit, no longer revolving around the sun, but drifting alone into deep space. 30 minutes to count down, Earth itself began to collapse. The crust fractured, magma erupted, mountains snapped like cookies, the atmosphere escaped, and all life came to an end at this moment. But that's not all. The most thrilling and terrifying moment has arrived. In the last 10 to the power of negative 19 seconds before the end, note that this is billions of times shorter than a blink of an eye, the violence of dark energy reaches its peak. It is no longer satisfied with tearing apart planets. It extends its claws to atoms, ripping apart every atomic nucleus and every electron that makes up your body. At this moment, the laws of physics completely fail. Time loses its meaning, space becomes fragmented, and all matter, all memories, all civilizations are torn into a primordial superparticles. This is not just death, it is total erasure, leaving no trace of any information that ever existed. Hearing this, do you feel very down? Feel that humanity is not even as significant as an ant in front of this gigantic monster? Don't worry, at the end of the video, I want to tell you a completely different perspective, one that might bring you a bit of comfort in the middle of the night. Precisely because the universe is accelerating in its expansion and because the future is destined to be lonely and destructive, we are incredibly fortunate at this very moment. We live in an extremely brief golden age of the universe, where stars are not yet too far apart. Light can still reach Earth, we can still see a sky full of stars, and we can observe the afterglow of the Big Bang and understand the origin and evolution of the universe. If born billions of years earlier, the universe would be too hot and dense for life to emerge. If born billions of years later, the sky would be pitch black and all evidence would be swallowed by the world. Future civilizations, no matter how advanced their technology, would never know the truth of the universe. They would think the universe is static and lonely. Only our generations of tiny humans stand at the only window of time. We have seen the true nature of the universe. We know how vast it is, and we have foreseen our own end. It's like being the only person on the deck of the Titanic who saw the entire iceberg before the ship sank. Although the sinking is inevitable, the shock of that sight is the meaning of existence. So tonight, put down your phone and go to the balcony to look at the stars. Take a few more glances because each one is the universe's last tenderness left for life. Don't let the starry sky down. After all, in the distant future, this will be the most expensive luxury in the entire universe.